Welcome back to Audrey's Farmhouse Kitchen. In this vlog we are going to make pumpkin soup and turkey liver pate. So what I'm doing now, I'm just gathering the ingredients. I've still got the shallots what we grew together this year and needs to be used up. So I am just peeling and chopping up all the shallots, and I'm just going to just slice the garlic. Look at this garlic. I keep the garlic in a glass jar in the fridge and it shoots and even got roots in it. How funny. So I'm just cutting the two ends off. We'll go to the compost. And then I'm just gonna cut them up. We're going to blitz both the liver pate as well as the other food, the soup. This is actually gonna be a winter squash soup. My favorite crown prince. We grew this together. So I'm just going to slice this and bake it. I'm only going to add a touch of oil on the top, probably salt and pepper, and I'm just going to bake it until it's nice and soft, and so we can make the soup. But I'm not going to do that until tomorrow. So today I am just chopping up and getting ready everything what's needed. This is gonna be for Christmas week now, so in a couple of days time it's actually Christmas. So I'm just doing some jobs every day, so it's not gonna be too much on Christmas Day for us. I'm also making our traditional Slovakian Hungarian Christmas meal on the 24th, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day I'll make the traditional English Christmas dinner. So we've already butchered our turkey, that's in the fridge now, a big job done. So we butchered actually 3, I gave away a couple to friends, and so I've ended up with some, hearts, turkey organs, liver, gizzard. So I'm gonna use up the liver for pate, and the rest I'm gonna make a dog food, a doggy Christmas meal with them. So we're probably gonna do all that tomorrow, friends. Look at that orange color inside of this Crown Prince winter squash. It smells like watermelon. Honestly, it is so good. It's definitely one of my favorite. And roasted with some honey on the top. It's divine. It's like a dessert, honestly. So I'm just taking out the seeds. And then basically I'm just going to put this on a baking tray and put it in an oven and bake it on high for an hour. And we can toast the seeds as well. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm probably gonna give this to the chickens or to the animals as a natural dewormer. So there you go. Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you are happy, healthy with your family, cooking some extravaganza, what I am doing the next couple of days. Today, it's Monday, so it's 23rd of December. The next 3 days I'm gonna cook and bake a lot. Today I am doing 3 meals. So all these meals are for the Christmas time. So we can have some from today until the new year really. Today I'm going to make creamy butternut squash. I should say winter squash soup because we're using our beautiful Crown Prince. What I have done yesterday as a preparation, I baked this in an oven. This is now soft, so I'm just gonna peel it, dice it. It's ready to go to make the soup. So I've got all the ingredients on the island for all the 3 meals. Next, we're gonna make festive turkey liver pate. So we've butchered our turkey, so the turkey organs are in this bag. I'm going to cook dog food as well today, and I'm going to freeze it and portion out for my dogs. So actually it's 4 things I'm doing today because I'm gonna cook that as well. There is some gizzard, heart, liver, you know, for the dogs as well. So, and my traditional family soup, I've decided to do it today instead of tomorrow, so it's less pressure for me tomorrow for cooking. I am going to make a festive cabbage, sour cabbage soup. So I've got most of the ingredients here, and to be honest, most of the ingredients are homegrown, so I'm super excited to share it with you. So if you're interested, you are very welcome to my festive kitchen. Let's get cooking. I've got the compost bin, I've emptied the compost bin, emptied the bin, and the first thing I'm gonna make today is a festive sour cabbage soup. So I have cut up some onions, some garlic, and I'm gonna use pork, I'm gonna use lard. I'm not gonna do too much of a soup, but I'm gonna use this dish. So I'm just gonna add a good couple of tablespoons of this lard, and I'm gonna put it on the stove. To this I'm gonna add the onions, and to the onions I'm gonna add some bay leaves. I'm gonna add about 4, some smoked bacon. Oh, that smells delicious. And some sausage. So that is, oh, that's really yummy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to cut this, take the skin off. Like this, and just like a lovely circles. I'll just cut it up like this. Doesn't matter if it crumbles, probably it's actually better. So I'm gonna cut this up. It's already looking and smelling delicious, this Christmas soup. And to this I'm gonna add quite a few, probably a 3 cup full of our homegrown, homemade sauerkraut. It's delicious. I had some with our breakfast. It's so good. Absolutely divine. Just right here. So that's our main ingredients. And also, let me show you. I'm gonna add, it's my dad picked this in Slovakia, foraged for this mushroom, and this is the only mushroom what we can use in the soup. It's a traditional sap. Oh, so good. I'm just gonna give a quick rinse, and we're going to put the lot in the soup because I absolutely love this mushroom. I've also been in a pantry and I've got some from our homemade ketchup for our Christmas dinner. Ingredients: we've got some honey, quince and some mixed green beans. And over here I have got some lemon balm. I'm just going to make some tea with this, and some parsley. I'm going to decorate the roasted winter squash soup with. So I'm going to put that aside like that. The rest is the lemon balm. I'm just going to make tea with that. I've also took out a couple of these like garlic cubes, how I preserved the garlic, especially from our homegrown garlic. Just in an ice cube trays, popped it out, put it in a zippy bag, and we've got a few in here. So I'm gonna put one to the pumpkin soup, the roasted winter squash soup, one to the cabbage soup, and I'm gonna put one to our turkey liver pate. And actually still quite a few there left, but I will use this up in the upcoming days. The lard is melted, so I'm gonna add the onions next. Give it a good stir. Lid on until the onions become nicely translucent before we add the bacon, the cabbage and the sausages. I'm just going to rinse the mushroom, if I can fit all in there. Perfect. Just rinse it a little bit with cold water. I just let it here to drip for a few minutes. I'm just gonna add about half a teaspoon of allspice, about a teaspoon of the życiowa smoked paprika powder, and also we're gonna add some salt. Again, this sauerkraut, it's quite salty, so I'm gonna start with just like a half a teaspoon of salt, and black peppercorn. Okay, I am ready to add the bacon. I'm going to add the skin for extra flavor. I've just took this out of the freezer, some turkey broth for some extra flavor. I'm ready to add the sausages. Smells gorgeous already. 4 bay leaves and all the spices. Garlic and some fresh garlic. I am ready to add the sauerkraut. The good mix. Put the cover up, the lid on for a bit and leave it to it. Add in the sourdough starter to the bread. to the dough. Give it a good mix. I'm gonna add a bit of salt in it. And I'm gonna probably do a stretch and fold 3 times before I put it in a Marinating basket and leave it overnight in a fridge. And tomorrow morning we're gonna have an amazing sourdough bread. So the soup now, I just need to add the mushroom and the broth. We might need to add a bit more water, we'll see. I like it when it's not too watery. And just leave it to it now for a couple of hours on medium heat until the sauerkraut and the meat all gonna be nice and tender and our soup's gonna be ready. And we have a taste test. And our Christmas soup is done. Next, I'm gonna get started with our creamy winter squash soup. I am ready to make the dog food next. So I've got in here all the turkey organs, a little bit of garlic, pumpkin, the squash and some carrot. I am on the 4th meal of the day. So the festive turkey liver pate. I'm gonna make it from scratch. So we've got our home-raised turkey liver. We've got shallots, homegrown shallots and garlic, and I'm gonna use thyme. We're gonna use shop-bought double cream, unsalted butter, salt and pepper, and that's it. So I am just gonna chop up this liver first, and then I'm gonna get a frying pan and I'm just going to put the butter in there with the onion and a garlic first for a few minutes before I add the liver. It won't take long, honestly, literally good few minutes. And then we're just gonna season it with thyme, salt and pepper for now and cook it. When it's all cooked, I leave it to slightly cool down and I'm going to use like a KitchenAid or that chopper to chop it all up, and we're gonna add some double cream. We have a taste test and the job is done, friends. So I've also got quite a bit of fat actually. Where did I put that fat? Here it is behind me. So I'm gonna melt this fat and then put it in a glass jar. This is turkey fat, and then we can just cook with it, in the future. It's like just rendering. So I'm just gonna cut this up a little bit like that. It's time to do the stretch and fold on our sourdough bread as well. And I'm actually also thinking of do another bread dough batch for naan bread, because I think naan bread would go beautifully with our soups, the creamy winter squash soup, or even with a pate. So I might do that, And then we can use the bread for breakfast and with the festive sour cabbage or soup. Okay, that's perfect. I've just made some coffee with the double cream. It's so good. Yummy. The butter is now melted, so I'm going to add the shallots and the garlic. I'm ready to add the liver to the butter, garlic and onion, and at the same time add in the spices. And give it a good mix. The dog's dinner for quite a few days or weeks. It's done. I'm going to serve the pate in these little cool dishes. Just put that aside for now. Okay, next I'm going to marinate the lamb, what is from our local farmer and has just been delivered not long ago. Well, a couple of weeks ago. It was in the freezer. And I am thinking of just marinate it for overnight and we cook it tomorrow for Christmas Day. So let's start adding the spices. So I'm just making this smoked paprika powder, a little bit of mushroom powder, mushroom salt, a little bit of oregano. I'm also behind me just toasting some pine nuts for on top of the soup and the pate. I'm gonna put some tarragon, a bit more tomato powder, some ground coriander. Oh, that's not ground coriander, that's tomato powder as well. Mint. What else? That's it for now. Just give it a good rub, cover it up and leave it in the fridge overnight. Well, the liver is now done. I'm gonna leave this aside to cool down before we puree this. I am rendering the turkey fat and it's already reduced in half. It's gonna be a lovely, full of flavorful fat to cook with later on. The dog food is ready. The cabbage soup is done. And the squash is here. Addition of the liver pate. I'm gonna put a double cream. I'm gonna add a little bit of this toasted pine nuts. I've also put some pumpkin seed in this little jar and some chia seed and sunflower heart. We're gonna decorate the food with this. Here we go, our very own turkey liver pate. So I've got the lard, the onions and the carrot in this pot. And next I am ready to add the garlic and the spices. All the spices. Give it a good mix. And we're gonna add the squash. and the turkey broth. Still frozen. Never mind. See, that's why I like to have sometimes canned goods. I've still got some canned turkey stock as well, loads in a pantry. I just grabbed this one. Oh, never mind. It will be just as good, friends. Let's have a taste test. I'm gonna try the winter squash soup first. That is delicious. Wow. And cabbage soup. And it's got Christmas written all over. That is perfect. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I have done a lot this afternoon, so we've done this 2 different soup, liver pate, dog food, and I even managed to render some turkey lard, turkey fat. Well, until tomorrow, bye friends!